Hello everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I'm back with my favorite video to film every month, like I say, every month, and that is my TBR Star Hop for the month of March. So the last 2 months have been a little bit rough on me. I have had a lot of books on my TBR for the last couple months, and so I have 2 extra black holes on the board, which means there are 3 black holes on the board at the moment. And I actually have not made another one. I gave myself a free pass for the month of January because I get 1 free pass a year. I've already used it in the very first month, so let's see how I did for the month of February. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the books for February. I'm going to talk about the ones that I don't own first so I don't forget. I have a list of all the books because I would totally forget. So for the books I didn't own, I had Ring Shout for a hyped book, which I did read. I had Emergency Skin for an audiobook, which I also did read. I had Take a Hint, Danny Brown for a romance book, which I read. I had Treat Your Shelf, which I bought the audiobook of Catherine House, which I also read. I had Binti 2 for a sci-fi book, which I read. Okay, and I think those are the ones that I don't own. So for the owned books, I have Kindred for a standalone, which I read. I have The Blood Trials for a buddy read, which I read. Ascender for a wormhole book, also read that one. Monstrous for, was that like a booktuber fave graphic novel, which I read. All of Our Demise was another wormhole book, which I also read. A Master of Jinn was a continuation of a series, which I read. And then The Autumn Republic was a wormhole book, which I have started. So for those of you who kept track through all of those books, I think there were 12, I won February's TBR. I read everything. So the rule is if I have started the final book on the TBR, then it counts as a win. And I have started my final book on the TBR. So that's it. I won the month of February. I don't have to add another black hole, and I get to remove one of my 2 extra black holes. I'm so excited about it. And I am filming this a couple days early in the month of February as well, so I probably will end up actually completely finishing this TBR before March, which I am so proud of myself for. I did not necessarily expect that to happen this month. I was much more hopeful than last month, but I am so excited to have finished all of these books, and it was a great reading month too. I really enjoyed myself. Okay, so we get to start off the game strong by removing 1 black hole from the board. Now we'll only have 2 left on there, the permanent one and then 1 extra. And let's jump into roll number 1. It can't be worse than the last 2 months. It has to improve a little bit. Okay, so since I won February's, I get to remove 1 of the black holes, and I think I'm just gonna remove the black hole that is closest to the end. I don't think it's really going to matter because they're only 2 spots away, but that will make me feel better. Okay, roll number 1. Let's be nice to me. 6. Okay. A moon. Not bad. We'll take it. And the prompt is a POC author. Okay, for the first roll, we got a moon, and the prompt was POC author. And for this one, I chose The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. I have really been looking forward to reading this series, and the 3rd and final book is coming out in the month of April. And so I figured this is the perfect time to start it. And I also am going to just be doing an impromptu read-along of this series. So first book being read in March, 2nd in April, and then the 3rd and final book in this trilogy in the month of May. I'm going to be joined by my friend Joanna from the channel Joanna Sousa, and we're going to just be buddy reading these. If you want to join in with us, we will be doing live shows for them each month, and so you can check out my Discord. I'm not super active over there, but I probably will be posting a little bit as I read along in these books, but I am really looking forward to starting this. This is an adult fantasy series, and I believe there is magic where you have to give one of your bones to the king to fuel his magic, and we're following his daughter. I think there is an animal companion that people absolutely love, and I'm just really intrigued to jump into this series. People have said it is great, so well written, amazing magic, amazing character work, so I'm just really excited to add this one to the list, and this is the first one on for March. Roll number 2. You get a 6 again. Okay. A double moon this time. Whoa. Okay, we need a book with a one-word title and an animal on the cover. Oh, that might be difficult. Okay, this next one, we got a double moon, which is never ideal, but the prompts are... The prompts are animal on the cover and one-word title. And I thought this was actually going to be extremely difficult for me to find, but then I realized I have been wanting to read Bunny for the longest time. I've been talking about reading it with my friend Angela because we read a lot of dark academia books together. She has already read this one though and just says I should read it because it's amazing and weird and creepy, and she says that's about all I should know going into it. Just go in blind and not really know what to expect, so that's what I'm going to do with it. And it has a bunny on the cover. It is a one-word title, and I'm excited to try this one out. I read Catherine House, like I said, in February and really enjoyed it, and that's another dark academia that she said that she loves, and so I am hoping that I'll love this one too. I really like the weird, creepy, dark academia books, and that's what I'm hoping for out of this one. Roll number 3, moving right along. A 5. Okay. Ooh, oh nice. Not bad. Not mad about it anymore. I like it. Free roll. 7. Woohoo! Better. Better than 6. Another moon. Holy cow. I think last game we had all stars, this game all moons. This one is a white cover. Okay, for this one we got another moon and the prompt is white cover. Now, I'm bending the rules here a little bit, and I'm going to be reading Lost Metal by Brandon Sanderson. You'll be like, that's not a white cover. No, it's not. But the UK cover is a white cover, and so I'm using it. I'm going with it. I need to finish this book. I have already started it. I'm a little bit into it, but I need to finish this. I can't believe it. This came out in November. Mistborn is one of my favorite series of all time, and I still haven't finished this book. That's embarrassing. That's ridiculous. So this one's going on to this TBR, so it will be officially on there, one of my like 2 read books for the month. It'll be a priority and I'll finish it. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I'm very invested in it. I just feel like it's been pushed to the side for other things, and I need to not let this happen this month. So this is the 4th and final book in the second Era Mistborn series. The first Era Mistborn was 300 years before this one. This still has the same kind of magic system in it, but then it also has like trains and cars and guns and that type of thing. So it has a little bit of the steampunk with some fantasy thrown in there, and I really do enjoy it a lot. I think this is a fun series. I like the characters, their dynamics, and I just can't wait to see where this book goes, because it definitely has taken some interesting turns. We're digging some more into the lore of the world, the connections with the Cosmere, and I am loving it. Okay, for safety, we don't want a 4 or an 11. Anything but a 4 or an 11, we're going to be happy with. Okay. An 8. Nice. Yay, a star. Okay. Prompt is booktuber fave. I swear I got this one last game. Okay. Next one we got a star, and the prompt is booktuber fave, and for this one I'm going to pick Tress of the Emerald Sea. I feel like I could pick practically any Brandon Sanderson Cosmere book for booktuber fave because they are just so beloved. And this is another one that came out a couple months ago and I still haven't read it, and it's just ridiculous at this point. I did start it again. I'm barely into this one. I haven't read that much, and I just put it off because I was reading other things and it didn't fit like readathon prompts, and it just got pushed to the side. But I am really excited to jump into it. As far as I've read, it follows this girl who grew up on this island where you are not allowed to leave. And then this boy she's in love with is sent off to find a wife and never comes back, and she wants to go on this quest to rescue him. I'm really interested to see where we go with this. It's definitely a little bit of a different writing style. If you have read Edge Dancer, it does remind me a little bit of the way he writes Lift, that character in there. So I really enjoy it. I'm very intrigued, and I'm interested to see where we go with the Cosmere connections with this book, but I am just really excited to finish up these 2 books in the Cosmere because I love them and I don't know why I put them off so long. Okay, anything but a 3, anything but a 3. Oh, a 4. That was way too close. Ooh, oh, that game was so much better than the last 2 months. I'm good with this. Let's go on to the spinner wheel. Okay, that is it. That is the final roll. I'm so happy. I am so glad that this game was so much nicer to me. I feel so much more confident going into my TBR. I am sure I'm going to be able to finish all these books. So yes, very excited about this. Let's go ahead, spin the wheel, see what we get. I will spin a wheel of prompts. Whichever prompt I get, I have 10 seconds to find a book that matches that prompt. And if I can't, then I have to spin again. And if I spin the same prompt as I spun last time, which was series continuation, then I also have to spin again. Okay, let's do it. TikTok. Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I know it's on here. I know it's on here. Oh my gosh. Tower of Dawn. I'm sorry. I did kick you a little bit. Let's fix that. Kind of fixed. It's just going to be a little bit off. My phone's on the floor. I stepped on it. Everything is a hot mess for that. But I got the book. It is so hard to find things on the shelf. And I thought, okay, so the book that I picked was Tower of Dawn. This is the next one in the Throne of Glass series that I've been reading. Now, I know, people are going to come for me. They're like, oh, you're reading it out of order. You need to read Empire of Storms first and then Tower of Dawn and then Kingdom of Ash. I've decided I'm reading Tower of Dawn first. I don't know why. I feel like it just seems like that's the way I should read it, and I'm gonna do it. If I'm wrong, I'll learn my lesson. It's fine. But I thought this was thicker than it is, and so I was looking for a thicker book on the shelf. This was immediately where my mind went to when I saw the TikTok prompt, because let's be honest, Sarah J. Maas is like the owner of Book Talk, pretty much. I know that there are other sides of Book Talk, but let's be honest, she is probably, she and Colleen Hoover are probably the most popular authors on Book Talk. So this is what came to mind first thing, and so we're going to be reading Tower of Dawn. This is the next book in the Throne of Glass series, kind of. This is a YA fantasy series. It starts with Throne of Glass, where we have this assassin who's competing to become the king's assassin. There's a lot of politics going on here. There's a lot of twists that come up in the books, so I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm really excited to continue on with this series. I feel like it's not a favorite by any means, but I really do enjoy it. I like the world, the characters are interesting, so I'm just interested to see where we go with this. I hear this book follows a character that is less beloved by people, but I do tend to like this character, so we'll see what I think. Okay, here are the books that I own for my March TBR. We have The Bone Charred Daughter for a book by a POC author. We have Bunny for a one-word title with an animal on the cover. We have The Lost Metal for a white cover. I know. We have Tress in the Emerald Sea for a booktuber fave, and then Tower of Dawn for a TikTok book spinner wheel pick. I think this is doable. I think there are solid books on here. These aren't short. They don't look too long, but these are pretty solid fantasy books lengthwise. So I do have quite a bit of reading, but not as many books. So hopefully this will be very doable. I'll be able to knock this out and maybe even get some mood reading in the month of March, which I haven't done in forever. I seriously haven't had the opportunity to mood read since I just decided to mood read in December when I took a bunch of books that were not on my TBR on my vacation to Mexico. That was just kind of a decision I made, and then I failed December's TBR. So we'll see. I am interested in all these books. I'm really excited to read all these books. So I am pretty confident I will finish them all, and I just don't know if I'll have time to mood read or not after I get through that. I really hope so though. But yeah, this is going to be a good month. I can feel it. That other black hole is coming off the board after this month. It's going to happen. I am determined that it's going to happen. So yeah. Okay, this is a great month. I'm so happy. Yes, it's gone back to being nice to me. Fingers crossed that I actually take advantage of this and read the books that are on my TBR. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.